Imagine you go to Olive Garden and you receive a menu. When looking at the menu, you see that there are 20 items printed, and they're all the same: breadsticks. While Olive Garden has good breadsticks, this would not make for a healthy or satisfying meal. This is what has happened in the public education system. Our country was founded on the principles of academic freedom and the pursuit of knowledge, but these principles have gone from public school. Freedom has been restricted, and the most prevalent view of origin has been forbidden. The Supreme Court has confused religion with science. There are two prevalent views of origin: creation and evolution. Creationists teach that the first spark of life came from a creator who spoke all things into existence. Evolutionists teach that life began by the collision of non-living substances through which, by time and chance, spontaneously created life. Evolution is the only theory of origin taught in today's public schools. Creation has been forbidden because it is deemed religious, but evolution is an equally religious matter. I have done research on the history of the public education system regarding how origins are taught, and I have statistics which show the need for schools to reconsider how origins are taught. Students are being deprived of knowledge and their right to academic freedom. Students have the right to learn whatever they can. Today we will discuss the history of the public education system concerning origin, the problem that has surfaced in today's public schools, and a recommended solution to this problem. Creation was taught in all public schools until the early 1900s. Charles Darwin published The Origin of Species in 1859, and the theory of evolution was spontaneously generated. Evolution began to be accepted by scientists, and Christians tried to blend evolution and creation. In 1925, Tennessee schoolteacher John Scopes was accused of violating the Butler Act, which made teaching evolution illegal. Although he lost the trial, the court decided that evolution was acceptable as long as it was taught alongside creation. This case also gave states the right to decide what was to be taught. In 1967, Tennessee repealed the Butler Act in another lawsuit, which opened the door for evolution. In 1968, Persuasive v. Arkansas ruled that prohibiting evolution violated First Amendment rights, and it required states to give equal time to other theories of origin. In Edwards v. Aguiar, the Supreme Court ruled that teaching creation at all was unconstitutional. The modern intelligent design movement, which argues that there must have been a creator because of the complexity of the universe, was also forbidden by the state and Supreme Courts. Public schools made a 180-degree turn from teaching only creation to teaching both views to teaching only evolution. We will now discuss the resulting problem. Those who think that creation should not be taught in public schools usually believe that it is a religious issue, but evolution is an equally religious issue. Neither can be proven by the scientific method. Dictionary.com defines science as systematic knowledge of the physical or material world gained through observation and experimentation. And an article of the Direction Journal by Kerwin Thiessen reminds us that the definition of science shows that something is scientific only if it can be observed and verified. This leads to the conclusion that neither evolution or creation are science, because they both require faith and are indeed religious. Public schools teach the toleration of all beliefs, yet they do not tolerate creation. This is hypocritical. Teaching only one or the other deprives students of their right to academic freedom. In fact, most people in the United States believe both views should be taught. An article of Journal of Creation by Jerry Bergman says, 50 studies were reviewed that surveyed opinions on teaching origins in public schools. The vast majority found about 90% of the public desire that both creation and evolution, or only creation, be taught. If only one or the other is taught, then students cannot choose which opinion to side with. The fact that only evolution is taught gives the impression that the public schools have a bias, and it influences the student's point of view. In 1996, the National Science Board put the question, what is the percentage of people that believe that humans as we know them today evolved from earlier species of animals, as part of a survey of science and engineering indicators in the United States. As you can see, the longer one spends in the education system, the more likely they are to believe in evolution. Only 29% of those who did not graduate from public high schools believe in evolution, while that number rises to 41% of those who did. 60% of those that graduated with bachelor degrees believe, and 70% of all people in the United States that have graduate or professional degrees believe in evolution. In 2002, 6 parents in Cobb County, Georgia sued to have a sticker they found offensive removed from public school textbooks, which said, "This textbook contains material on evolution. Evolution is a theory, not a fact, regarding the origin of living things. This material should be approached with an open mind, studied carefully, and critically considered." They won the case and the stickers were removed, but this shows how little academic freedom exists in today's schools. A change must be made. The public education system should be nonpartisan. Teachers should be disseminators of knowledge so that students can discover an opinion rather than one being forced on them. Supporters need to petition their state and federal congressmen for legislation. State and federal courts need to allow legislation that treats both views fairly. And finally, parents need to take action on a local level in their school districts. I have discussed the history of creation and evolution in the public school system. I have explained both creation and evolution cannot be proved by the scientific method, but are religious. And because one cannot be proved more than the other, they should be given equal time. And to solve this problem, supporters should petition their congressman for legislation. U.S. District Judge William Overton said this in regards to the Arkansas law requiring schools to give equal time to creation and evolution. "No group, no matter how large or small, may use the organs of movement, of which the public schools are the most conspicuous and influential, to foist its religious beliefs on others." Overton meant this to discredit creation, but as I have shown you today, evolution is an equally religious matter. This change cannot happen without effort, but if we work hard, we can once again enjoy our full Olive Garden dining experience and have a healthy and satisfying meal. Are there any questions?
How would you say that both views could be taught?
Both views should be presented fairly, and the facts of each should be taught.
What curriculum should we use?
We should use a curriculum that objectively presents both views.
Earlier in your talk, you said that evolution was a religious matter. Why would you call evolution a religious matter?
Evolution is a religious matter because it cannot be proved by the scientific method, which says that something is only science if it is observable.
That's good.